Hi there, Coach Latanya here. Welcome back to Elevate Wellness. Every day, I help people online achieve their health and wellness goals through programs, products, and services. I have over 20 years in the wellness space, and today I'm so excited to be able to share a little bit of my culture with you today. So, Monday was Indigenous Peoples Day. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day to all of the Indigenous peoples around the world. And I thought that it would be important to share a little bit of my culture with you because I think it would give you a greater understanding and even an appreciation to my perspective on wellness and well-being. I don't look at the body from just working out or just eating right. I see it as a holistic approach. Your mental, your emotional, your physical, as well as your spiritual. So it is not unlikely for you to hear me say my hope and my prayer is, because that is synonymous with well-being. It is also, you will hear me talk about sleep life. You'll hear me talk about thought life. You'll hear me talking about, even relationships on this channel, because all of that helps us support your well-being. Okay. Community is no different. And so this past weekend, I was able to connect with or come together with my community. We were able to celebrate Harvest Gathering last weekend, and it was a beautiful, beautiful experience, and I wanted to take you along for some of that. Now, the reason why that's important for me is because when you see me cook a certain way, right? I'm making a lot of things from scratch. This is what I was exposed to. When you see me out in the garden, this is what I was exposed to, right? Sowing seed, harvesting, saving seeds, drying herbs and flowers and preparations, even to my products. I really believe in making them small batch beauty. All of those things is what I was exposed to. So my business, my brand, my coaching, all comes from what I was exposed to. All comes from my roots. If you look at my plant here, how beautiful is she, right? She cannot be that beautiful if she didn't have roots. Those roots grow in deep and they encourage that growth and that thriving. So I am thriving today from the roots of my people and my community. It's culturally, my indigeneity is interwoven into everything that I do. The way I see things, the way I understand things, the way I live my life. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this clip. This was our harvest gathering. For us, harvest gathering is Thanksgiving, where we give thanks to Creator for all that He has done for our family, for our friends, for our harvest, naturally and spiritually as well. The love that we give and we share with one another, the connectedness that we share. And that we get to, the unity that we share and we get to enjoy among one another. All of those things, we are giving thanks to Creator, and we're in a thankful spirit during this time of the year. And so it was so good. It was good medicine, and I definitely look forward to going back next year. All right, so go ahead and take a look at this video, and I hope that you enjoy it. Happy Harvest Gathering to my family and friends out there, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Thank you for trees. Yakuru Adasha Awe. Unecha Wati Gebra. Thank you for the work. Yakuri Udase. Ure Gane. Unecha Wati Gebra. Thank you for the animals. Yakuru Adase. Thank you for the birds. Thank you for the corn, the beans, and the squash.
To uplift and to give thanks to Creator for all He has done, and to celebrate our harvest. And our harvest really, it's not just what we plant, but it's what we give as well. Yeah. Our harvest is love. Our harvest is togetherness. Our harvest is fellowship. Our harvest is each other. And so we're here to fellowship with each other in harvest. The women
would stand outside the circle. Only the men were in the circle and they were doing the dance, and the women would be on the outside, and they'd be kind of up and down in support of the warriors that came back, which is very subtle movement, and the prayer is going up with those movements.
The food that we ate was healing to our bodies. Our squash, our beans, our potatoes, all those things were ours. And my granddaddy used to go in the woods and he would come back with soups from different kinds of trees.
Is your story? Look around you. When you see someone, are you seeing the story? When I meet someone, I am fascinated about the story they have to tell and they have to share. So I am storm cloud. The storm cloud is not necessarily a bad thing. We move things around so that new life can come forward. So here is the story. We are the story. What was your beginning chapter? What did it look like? Who was a part of the first chapter? Who was in chapter 2? What occurred in 3? But what is yet to come?
Okay, so I hope that you were able to see a little bit of just the spirit of what we were doing and able to enjoy a little bit of what we were doing. Like I said, it was a beautiful time. It was a time of gathering, coming together, giving thanks to Creator, being in a thankful spirit among one another, and just really enjoying it. Community is very important for well-being because social connectedness helps our mental state. It helps our emotional well-being as well, and that is part of the wellness puzzle. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this clip. I hope that it gave you a little bit more understanding of who I am as a person and why I do the way that I do. This is why I believe that, what we eat today is highly tied to our genetics. The more I eat the way my ancestors did, the more I feel well. The more, and I've heard this among many people of different nations and backgrounds. I think this is one of the reasons why, if you look at the paleo diet, for example, the paleo diet is about eating the foods that were prevalent before the industrialization of food. And so those foods that were around, some people tend to do better, and the dis-ease that they experience tends to be resolved once going on that diet. And this is how, when I had adrenal fatigue and I was going through that syndrome, one of the things that I did through that span of time, if you remember me saying it took me 3 years to get better, well, I was not well from 2017, and then by 2020, I started to get better, much, much better. During that time of me in uncovering my indigeneity, then I went back to the way that my people ate. Now, I was already eating a lot of sweet potatoes. I get teased a lot about that. I was already eating a lot of seafood. One of my prayers, as a matter of fact, is, Creator, please don't ever let me become allergic to seafood, because I love it so much. But me, growing my own food and all those, I went back to what I know. I went back to the knowledge that I was brought up with. And so when you see those things, when you see that's my genetic expression, right? That's who I am. It's not what I do. It's not a wellness trend. It's who I am. It's what I do. My grandmom taught me about the power of plant medicines. She taught me about the power of food medicine. She taught me about the power of being active and being prayerful. She taught me about the weather. She taught me so much about nature. She taught me so much. And I'm so grateful to Creator for her, because she is one of the reasons, one of my biggest inspirations. And so she's no longer with us on this side. However, she's left her legacy with me, and my hope and prayer is that I do her well and I make her and Creator proud as well. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and come back next week. I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about hair wellness and why that's a thing. So when you hear that video and my other videos as well, I think that you'll have a greater understanding as to why I coach the way I do, why my perspective is the way that it is, why I elevate wellness this way. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I look forward to hearing from you, and until next time, live beautiful.